Good.
Hit the button.
What it do, fam? You're listening to the All Burgundy and Go Errrything podcast, powered by the Urban Sports Scene and Fox Sports Radio 96.9 FM and 1340 AM. Hopewell, Virginia. I'm Wole, and I got my guys, George and Glen, with me. We also have Bowie TV's Washington Commanders reporter, Candi Waller, on with us. What is going on, everybody?
Nothing much, man. It's Sunday fun day, right?
Right.
But we still got Commanders football to talk about, man. So it's always good. It's always good. It seems like this season has never been, this training camp has never been a dull moment for Washington Commanders fans.
That's right.
I mean, Candy's always working. You know what I'm saying? They got
always
her working on Sunday. They got her working on Jesus Day. It's crazy.
That's so funny.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Before we dive into this actual topic, because news broke out, we got to knock out some logistics. Subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms. Just search All Burgundy and Go Errrything. Hit us up on X, IG, and TikTok at ABG_Errrything. And also like our All Burgundy and Go Errrything Facebook page. Don't forget to subscribe to the All Burgundy and Go Errrything YouTube channel. Also, make sure you subscribe to the Bowie TV YouTube channel as well. Hit that like button, hit the red subscribe button. It's not hard to do, man. It's free. So go ahead and do it. If you're in the YouTube chat, we accept super chats. Super chats help us support our show. The super chats will be prioritized over all comments in the chat. All right, here's the rundown. It's pretty quick and simple. And we'll probably talk about much more as well. But we're going to talk about Marcus Mariota suffering an MCL sprain and what that means for the Washington Commanders. Glenn, take us on for the first question for Miss Candi Waller.
I got a question. Here it is. Hey, with the Washington Commanders, with Marcus Mariota suffering an MCL, where does that leave the Commanders as far as backup? I know week one, report says week one he should be ready, but where does that leave Jayden Daniels and the rest of the guys for practice?
I mean, he rocking out with Jayden and Sam Hartman and Ethan K.
That's what it is right now. That's what's happening.
That's it.
He's chilling with Special K. That's what's happening.
He's chilling with Special K. Yes.
All right. Okay.
That's what he said. That's the word on the street. So
with this team, I mean, I know it's key scheduled to still be back for week one. But would this team think about bringing another veteran back up?
Today he said they were not. He said they were not going to do it. So
no, with him saying it's not going to do it, is it that means the sprain must be really simple? It's not a major sprain, MCL, because when we saw it the other day, it was a non-contact injury, right?
Yeah, which is scary.
Yeah, which is scary, non-contact injury. So that means if they're not going to bring anybody in, they really do believe that he can rehab or put a brace on and be back for week one. Hopefully, let's be honest. Hopefully, when I saw this, I'm like, okay, cool. Week one, cool. Jayden's going to start. Let's hope Jayden doesn't get hurt.
Yeah,
that's the first thing that came to my mind. Like,
sure.
Marcus can heal this up as long as he wants if Jayden doesn't stay hurt and Jayden keep playing football.
I do have a question to piggyback on that though for Candi. So with Mariota's injury, does it limit Jayden's play in the second preseason game because you're scared of having Jayden? Maybe you don't want to get Jayden hurt, and then not having Marcus as a security blanket.
Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, Nikki Javala actually asked Coach Quinn about this, like just basically how does this affect their plans for Jayden in the preseason?
Yeah.
And so I'm just gonna read the transcript.
Okay.
Because I was like. So yeah, I'm gonna just read.
Yeah, go for it.
So he just said, I definitely thinking that was like a question on the top of my head. And I was staying in the block this week, really before we get into the preparation for that as far as the game goes. So not right now, it doesn't. Then he said, I recognize the question for sure, but right now we're kind of going into these 2 days as still like a training camp mode. That'll be Tuesday and Wednesday and big padded stuff. So that's, don't miss that, everybody. They'll be in pads Tuesday and Wednesday this week. Okay. So then he said they got a bunch of situations that, he's trying to work through. Then he's like 2 minutes, 4 minutes, goal line stuff. So this is kind of like our most heightened training camp block coming up. But we haven't gotten in terms of like planning for the game yet. That's what he said. I think he's doing what he always does. He's just reacting.
Yeah. I don't know. It sounds like kind of sounds like I know. It sounds like the plans are changing. I know me. I won't lie. Like knowing that if Marcus is going to be limited, and it's probably going. I mean, luckily he's a backup, right? So ideally, you're not concerned with him being out there unless an injury happens to your number one. So and you don't want to have a situation where you don't have a capable backup for Jade if something does fluke, like even camp, like practices, like even practice, right? Like I'm sure like folks may be extra careful with Jayden, and it's because it's a trickle down effect. It really is. It really is a trickle down effect because you're going into a situation, you're going into practice probably differently, I would guess, and going into preseason thinking a little differently. I know I'm gonna put this to George. I know George has been like he's wanted Jayden to get a bunch of reps in preseason. Does the Mariota injury change your thought process of how Jayden should be handled in preseason?
Honestly, because of what happened last year, no, because we saw what happened last year when he barely played. And we've seen it with other young quarterbacks. And I understand that things have changed and that everybody's really fearing a Jayden Daniels injury. But an unprepared quarterback isn't much better than an injured one. And this is a new offense. And not only does Jayden need the time in this new offense, the other players need the time with Jayden. It's not going to do them much good to have a lot of preseason reps with Ethan Kaliakmanis and Sam Harton. Even though Ethan Kaliakmanis did well in the last game, and I hope.
George, stop. Hey, Mom Waller, how you doing?
Hey, Mom Waller.
All right, sorry, George, to stop you mid-sentence. You was on fire.
No, for Jacqueline, for Mrs. Waller, for Mama Waller, we are definitely
All
stopping.
right, cool. All right. Go ahead, George. Continue, my friend.
Even though I want to see Ethan Kaliakmanis come out after Jayden, because I want to see him get the opportunities with the backups that Hartman got in the last game. We've got to get Jayden ready, and we've got to get these other players who are, some of whom haven't played with Jayden before or haven't played with him since college, get them used to him playing with him too. So I know it's a little scary for everybody, and I understand that. But let's remember, Dan Quinn, right now, the prognosis is he's going to be ready for the regular season. So even though Washington's been kind of fudging it on these injuries a little bit, I'm going to trust that. And I'm going to say, please don't scale Jayden's participation in game 2 back just because we're fearing injury, because that's not the right thing for this year. It wasn't the right thing last year either.
I don't think, truth, I'm be real with you, I don't know if he's going to be ready for week 1. Mariota, to be honest. And what, a meniscus sprain, what we're like, it's like a 4-week injury. So, like, it's not a 2-week injury, it's a 4-week injury. Then you got to kind of be used to it. You're going to have to do a whole type of rehab. Because a sprain is still it's a minor tear. That's what a sprain is. It's still a tear. It's a degree of a tear. So, 2 to 4 is nice, but with a meniscus injury, with an MCL, you never really know, like, how you're going to bounce back. Some take longer than others, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? The good thing is he doesn't need surgery, but some take longer than others. You know what I mean? Like, you got to go rehab, you got the flexibility back, the knee is swollen, so that's a whole situation. And then you're going to have to learn how to put, like, you have to trust your knee. So I wouldn't say he would be back. Ideally, he should be back by week 1, but even if he's back by week 1, he may not have straight, great lateral movement or whatnot. He's gonna wear a brace. He should wear a brace. I'm and I'm saying this out of experience because I've blown my knee. I know about meniscuses and whatnot, MCLs and whatnot. So I'm not sure he's gonna be totally ready. Like he could be 80%. You know what I mean? And I don't know if you want an 80% quarterback if anything goes down. So yeah, I don't. It's interesting. Like I'm with you, George. I think the work. I think we can't play scared football. I mean, it's gonna happen. Like injuries can happen anytime. Like we saw what happened with Tunsil, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like just a regular drill, he got hurt. So it can happen. So I don't feel like you can get hurt in training camp, and you can get hurt in a preseason game. You can get hurt in a regular season. You can get hurt walking outside your house. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you, George. I agree, but I do think I do think they're going to. I think they're going to move differently though. Like even if he does play, if he plays in these games and even in practice, I think there's going to be a little bit more bubble wrap in certain situations. Like you may not have him do certain things that even in camp, right? You may not do certain, and then they may play calling may be different in preseason games. You may not have him run often. Maybe tell him directives like when you scramble out when you're scrambling, throw that thing out of bounds. I don't want to see you run down the field. Like it could be things like that. But it's going to be interesting. Go ahead, Glenn. I'm sorry.
Hey, did they? No, you good, man. Did they say it was a mild strain? Which level, Candi? I can't remember if they gave any report on what level it was at. Because if it's a mild strain, then he got 1 to 3 weeks, which gives him, But like I said, my concern is not necessarily. And Wole, you put the point up. He's a backup, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's the backup. If this was Jayden, then you have a greater concern.
Yeah.
Because this is Marcus Mariota, and he's the backup. And from what I saw the other night, I think the other two backups are capable of coming into a game in the middle of the game. I like Special K, dog.
I'm not gonna say I don't like capable of winning. I ain't gonna say capable.
But capable. When I mean capable in running this offense. That's what I want to say. I'm not gonna say capable of winning the game, but they look like they were capable of running this offense. And especially when you hand the ball off. You can't mess it up when you hand the ball off.
Yeah, right? I agree with you. I'm just saying that then those dudes were playing against like third stringers though. Just to be fair though. But go ahead, Glenn. I want
But not really because when Hartman came in, it was still the first team.
No, they were second team.
They were second team. So again, neither one of those guys are ready. Paul, I agree. Neither one of them is ready for prime time. But if they're not bringing anybody else in, that means this coaching staff trusts them. Yeah, right. That if they're not bringing another quarterback in, that means Dan Quinn. DC. I know you're getting ready to go in on this when I say this, but Dan Quinn is using his coach's IQ and believe that these two guys can win a football game if Marcus is not ready. Because if he didn't think that or didn't have trust in him, somebody will be on the hotline right now and bring the veteran quarterback in to take the place. So we'll see. Does that mean? But my question to you guys and even to the chat is,
direct it to Candi. Give it to the Candi.
I'm gonna get to you. I'm getting to you, Candi. Can't get to you, Candi. Is between Hartman and Special K, who's the practice team quarterback?
Call him Special K.
We call him Special K.
We call him Special K. That's what I'm not.
Oh, that is so funny.
Yeah,
oh gosh, that's definitely gonna rub.
So hold on. So if you hear that in somebody else's press conference, you know what you heard it.
I know what.
You know what.
I'm gonna get credit. Somebody in the chat gave it to me, and then I just took it. So I'm not going to lie. But it was good though. So you know what?
It still originated here.
Yes, it still originated here.
We already know they're listening and cribbing off Candy's notes, so stealing a nickname.
All you, Candi, go ahead. Go all you.
So who makes the practice? Who stays and who goes to the practice squad?
Who out of who?
Out of the two quarterbacks.
Hartman and Special K.
And Special K.
I don't know. I mean, I guess that has to go. I mean, either or. But I mean, like.
Who would be your pick though? Who would be your pick?
I think Special K has to go to the practice squad.
Okay.
I just think that's what's going to happen now. With Marcus being out, somebody need to take this opportunity because it doesn't mean that they're going to increase Jayden's reps to account for Mark. They're not. Yeah, they're not. So that's more work for the other two. And look, Special K didn't look so bad.
No.
On Friday night, I was like, "Hey, is anybody watching Errrything K? Look at him go!" Yeah. You know, at that what's this the second half? I'm like,
he's with a second, third string line. He stood in that pocket and delivered the football, and that's what I like to see.
I was like, "Whoa, this looks better it looks better in game than it does what I've been
practice,
watching.
right? I bet it, yeah.
So I mean, like, yes, it was better. It was, you know, the pass plays were much better. You know, getting the ball down the field, all of that. And I was like, oh, and so it will be interesting because the answer isn't, I mean, I think that, you know, the reality is they're having, you know, 2 padded practices this week, 2 out of the 3 that we get to see, you know, they go to Detroit. I think whatever their plan is, you know, for Jayden is still their plan. I think that's maybe what Coach Quinn may have been getting at. Like, the plan is, we don't know what the plan is, but I don't think the plan for Jayden changes.
Okay.
Maybe for Special K and Sam Hartman, they do.
Do you think the amount of work may change for Jayden in the preseason game? Like, maybe they thought he was going. Maybe they were like, we wanted to give him a half, and maybe they just changed that to say we're giving him only a quarter.
It might.
I feel like.
I mean, we were all. I mean, I don't know about everybody else, but I know I saw Marcus when he stood up and he sat back down. Then he got up and then he had to go back down, and I was like, okay, whatever it is, he knows something isn't right.
Yeah.
And he's tapping out, like, somebody come
get me,
come get me. And that's why I was like, yo, but it was just so bizarre. And so it now it's just like, to you all's point, you can't not do, you know, you can't not practice or can't reps. It's no bubble wrap situation.
Facts.
But it's also like you said, tonsil. This random, you know, what happened with Marcus. It's like, okay, here we go, because everybody knows, you know, last year how this all went down. And so, yeah, Special K was throwing some darts, low-key. Like,
he was, man.
Look at him go. He was going. Talk about this? Okay. So it'll be interesting. This will be a very interesting week for a lot of different reasons anyway, because with preseason game 2 coming up Saturday at noon. But it's still a blow though, right? Because if anybody needed still some extra work and reps, it was Marcus.
Yes.
And then this happened, and it's just like, oh gosh.
I do want to ask you this, like, since you kind of talked about it right now. So how did he look in practice, Special K, compared to like what we saw?
Not like he did Friday night.
So that was like that caught everybody by surprise. I want to be in the like in that. All right, so also I want to put myself in that press box. I want to know the reaction when he was doing his thing, and because y'all see him play, y'all see him practice. Were you all like, where did this come from?
Yeah, I was like, what is Ethan doing? Look at this. I might have to learn how to say his name now. Where's the pronunciation sheet? Because I might have to figure out how to say this now. Because I was like, yeah, wow. Like, this is not bad. It's actually good. He's serviceable. He's good right now. It's okay for what we're doing right now. Okay. And it was not like that. I was almost afraid for him. Like, man, this is not going to be a good showing for you, buddy. And he proved it. He
was that bad. No, I think it's funny. Yeah. Wow. Interesting.
Got me good. So
right.
I mean, he made us still watch. Like, we were still like watching. Like, okay.
Yeah. He did make me still watch. I didn't go to sleep. I watched the whole game because I wanted to see.
Yeah, you watched it. You're like, oh, wait a minute. Right.
Because nobody likes watching the fourth quarter of a preseason.
Nobody. Game. If you say nobody.
Not me. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Exactly.
And even doing this show, I was like, I don't think I'm tapping out on this one. Hey, George, you have a question for Candi?
Well, I mean, I hope that presuming that Jayden plays a half, I would like to see Ethan Kaliakmanis come out first instead of Hartman after what he did, because I'll tell you what, if he can build on what he did Friday, why wouldn't he be your third quarterback, and why wouldn't you send Hartman to the practice squad? I mean, Hartman was, and that's, to be fair, Hartman was way better on Friday than what we're used to. Yeah. But if you compare what Kaliakmanis did Friday night to what Hartman did last year in the same spot, night and day. So
I will say this. I will say this though. To be fair, like that's why I asked Kane that question. I don't want people to get so fixated on what a preseason game looks like when somebody's giving you a body of work of how they perform. You like
Yeah,
just like we talk about, like how we talk about like the draft process, and I always say like the combine is supposed to prove is an indicator of what it proves an element of what you've done every day, every time on Saturdays, right?
That's
Like
right.
it's only it goes with it. Now, if you just have a great combine, you shouldn't go off of just somebody just having a great combine and like a piss poor college career. Same thing. Like, so you want to go with the body of work. So like that's why I asked, like, did he show you all this? And some people are gamers. So I'm gonna be real. Like, put that out there. Some people are just gamers. They're not practice people. Like, you know, Allen Iverson, one of my favorite basketball players, is not a practice. Everybody knows the code. So I'm not gonna like say about practice, but he's a better gamer than he is a practice player. You know what I mean? So he may be that, but I just want to know, like I think if he does this in back-to-back preseason games, I think then that's a fair discussion to be had. You know what I mean?
And I mean, I think it might be fair to you all's point. Like, okay, after Jayden is done, and maybe put Special K in.
And they should.
It would be fair.
Yeah, it's fair. I agree. I think that should happen. I think since to your point, Candi, since Mariota's out, like this is a more burn for these other individuals. So I think we saw what Sam Hartman did against the twos. Let's see what Special K can do against the twos, or when Jayden's out. You know what I'm saying? So, and then if it, like to George's point, if it comes out and he's still throwing and he's doing the same thing and he's playing with better talent, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're with the twos, you're playing with better talent. If he's doing the same thing, then yeah, we could. I think the discussion definitely should be open. You know what I mean? It should be open. But if it's, to be fair, if it's Sam Hartman looks better than Special K in practice, then all of a sudden in one game, like it's the first game, obviously, if for the fans, they're going to jump to that. But I'm sure, like as reporters, they're like, okay, we got to see it again. You know what I'm saying? Because we've seen this dude in practice. They ain't look this good. It looked bad. It looked horrible, right? So then all of a sudden, oh, he looked okay, all right. But he could be a gamer, which is fair. He could be a gamer.
Yeah. I was like, is anybody gonna say anything?
Yeah, because it sounds like that.
We weren't going to, but we knew you were going to. I was like, yes, because I'm still sitting here watching this and I'm ready to go. But now I'm sitting up here like, wait, it actually looks pretty good. For what it's worth, you know what I mean? Quarterback is pretty good, is what I'm saying.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because I could tell, like, from talking to you and others about him, it wasn't. He wasn't a person that no folks are talking about. That's how you know somebody's like decent. No one was talking about him, and especially if he's better, if he's that much better than Sam Hartman, folks would be talking about it because people don't like Sam Hartman throwing the football. So I know they would have been talking about it. Like, okay, maybe they got their third string quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So, but no one was saying that for real. Like, you know how, for instance, when Jake Moody, everyone's talking about Stevens. Why? Because he's outperforming Stevens. Because Stevens is outperforming him. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know if you are in the chat, you were there, or I don't know if you can hear on TV with that dunk with Jake Moody. Everybody said, "Oh, like it was." I was like the whole entire Northwest Stadium, and I'm like, everybody is so invested in this kicker competition.
They are. Folks are really invested.
I love it.
Yes,
I love it, and I want to acknowledge that it's also not good that everybody is so invested in this kicker competition that the whole stadium was like, "Oh, like I was like, oh God, this is so bad that we're having to do this." But okay, all right.
We here. That means that
we have been in kicker poverty for a long time.
Look. Folks care, man. They care. They hip. They hip to this.
Woo! Yeah.
They are hip to this. They're hip to this. So, folks got any questions for Candi? You pull them up in the chat. Feel free to go ahead and throw those questions out. George, you have a question? Like you got something?
I do, because there was one other item that really piqued my interest, and it was right around the time you were one of the questions you asked about Matt Colbin, and they talked about using him at guard. Now, if I'm not mistaken, he was at a guard before he changed over to center at Michigan State. Excuse me. And I just don't know how I feel. I don't think I feel great about that, only because I want him to keep progressing as a center and eventually take that spot. So I don't know if he's going to develop the way he needs to at center, if he's going back and forth between the two positions. Just what is your view on Golban possibly getting in there as a guard instead of a center? How did you feel about that answer from Coach Quinn on that?
Because I was the one that asked it. It's not going great. That center deal is not going great. It's not going good. He's excited for Nick Allegretti to get back. That should let you know how it's going. And so, and I understand, the interior, I get it. And you need that depth. You do. And I guess when he answered it that way, I started seeing online that folks were saying, basically talking about Chris Paul. And I'm like, nah, that's not what that means.
Yeah.
Chris Paul is he's locked in. You know what I'm saying? That's not what that means. But you do need depth. I mean, come on now. We're seeing it in real time. We're now having to talk about who's going to be quarterback 2. You know what I mean? So that depth is needed and necessary. But it wasn't good. If you really take a look at what the line performance on Friday, it was that's why I asked, this is one of those quiet topic, but it shouldn't be. And so we got to see what's going to happen here. And that's why I asked, hey, because at this point now, there's enough body of work from a camp perspective, right? Well, you get what I'm saying? So you got camp, what are we in, 2 weeks or so in? Then you got joint practice, first preseason game. Okay, what do you think about the centers? Now, if everybody is not afraid to ask, but know that it's happening, but not really addressing it. What are we watching here? What's going on here? And it wasn't good, in my opinion. It could have been better, is what I'm saying.
We got go keep going. You got something?
No, that was it. That was it.
All right, Ellison has a question for you, Candi. Says Candi, any word on if they will bring in another or more cornerbacks with Amos still sideline?
They didn't say today. Coach Quinn didn't say today, but he also was not asked.
Gotcha.
And it's just, that keep your eye on that one too, everybody. I said, I've been kind of letting it roll off my back, hey, okay. And I think we just said it on the show. I was like, oh, it was joint practice day. And I was like, yeah, I saw him out there. He's got a brace on. He was outside in street clothes. I saw him. So, and I think somebody asked about, was he coming back when Nick Allegretti came back? And I was like, no, I don't, nope. That answer was about Nick, not about Trey. So that was not, that was, I just was trying to make it clear, no. He didn't say they were coming back. He was talking about Nick. He wasn't talking about Trey. So I know enough to know that when he answered it today, that was what I was aware of. Okay, this is an issue. This is an issue. This is not just a shaking up thing or foot soreness. It's not like the Traylon Burks foot soreness situation. It's not that.
Yeah.
So it's very unfortunate. But that could be something on the radar. And I would keep it on the radar, you all, for sure. Because he's injured.
Got another question from Arch. Arch says, does Mariota's injury equate to three quarterbacks on the initial 3-man roster, 53-man roster? Talk, buddy.
Well, they've always carried 3. This group has always carried 3 on the active roster. And if something were to happen and he had to go on IR or something, then they would still carry 3. It just wouldn't be him, you know what I mean? And then when they brought him back, they just let somebody go or something, whatever they do. But they're optimistic that he will be back for the start of the season. And I had to and that's not even what I said in my tweet, because I was like, you should be all set by the regular season, which is still accurate. because he should be all set for the regular season. But like week 1 or the start of the season, like I don't know. He said he's optimistic.
Dicey. Yeah, that's dicey. That's a little dicey. I just think it's a little dicey. I just think the body, when it comes to an MCL, everybody's recovery rate is different. I do know some folks take a long time from a sprain. It's crazy. They'll take longer than what you expect.
I commend him though because he instantly knew something was wrong.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. You can see it in his face.
He knew. He knew.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm happy. Look, man, I'm happy that at least it's not. It could have been much worse because typically when there's a non-contact injury, that is super scary. You know what I mean? When you look at it, like all of a sudden he just kind of was hobbling all. And that's how it just appeared. It was like a non-contact injury. So we got another question. I'm glad you guys are throwing out questions. I love it. The fans have been killing Mikey Sanders over his camp performance so far, but he didn't play at all Friday.
Oh.
How should he?
I mean, he was the first person. He was like the first person I saw. I was like, oh Mikey not playing.
Oh, how should we read that? Sorry, how should we read that? And does he still have the confidence of the coaching staff? There you go.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. It's a few things that happened on Friday night, and I'm like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, that's one. That is one for sure. Then it's like the guard thing. You think about, I'm thinking it's depth. At the end of the day, if it works out, I mean, now in my mind, I'm like, is somebody out? If there is a such thing as somebody is trade bait, then who is it? Okay, Mikey didn't play. Okay, fine. But if Matt G, if he works out at guard, if they start working him into guard. That's what he said. They're going to start working him in. Let's say you start working him in. Okay. Would Chris Paul become trade bait? Like that's how I'm like work like in my mind, my brain, because he's not performing badly. You know what I'm saying? Then it was like Luke. I'm like, okay, you got Luke out there all day. You targeted him like twice. You know, you only targeted him twice. Based on the stats I had, they only targeted him.
Yeah, twice. And he dropped one too. He dropped that one too.
Did he drop? Okay, yeah. Let me hold on.
That slam pass, he should have caught that one too. I'm being petty, y'all. I hope y'all know that.
Should have caught it.
Well, yeah. He got 2 and he didn't catch nothing. So right. But you're out there a long time. Now we only got 2 targets. He's out there a while. And so he's on my list of potential, right? Then we still got to figure out what's going on at safety. Will Harris was out there a very long time.
He sure was.
Okay, we just talked about it out there a very long time. And then, as was Quan to a degree, but then Quan had a play. He made a play. He even talked to the media on Friday night. So I'm like, okay, all right. Was that enough, right? Was that enough to keep you safe? There were a few people. Linebacker. What's happening at linebacker? Like, let's keep it a buck. What is happening at linebacker?
He looked good, man.
Yeah, I remember I've been talking about this linebacker. Like, this something I'm trying to get it. Ale was also a special team captain. They still did game captains, right?
Oh, dope. They did? Okay.
Yeah, they still did. It was Colson Yankoff on offense. Johnny Newton on defense, and Ale Cajo on special teams. He was a special team captain. So, but they had him. He was the green dot. After that first defensive drive, it was Ale. And I saw it, and I was just like, yo, is anybody looking at this? And I think I tweeted it like, Ale is the green dot, everybody. And I remember I've told you all how to make sure you know who the green dot is. And he did it for an extensive part of time. Like,
good job too.
He did yes, he did. My mother is watching. I cannot say bad words.
Yeah, so, yes, he did. Good job. Good job, Candi. Good job.
So
see, Mama Wall, she learning, man.
I'm learning. And so that is something to watch. Okay, because he was undrafted. Remember, that was the Cinderella, if you will, of last year. And here he is this year, and he played, and you saw him and Jordan out there quite a bit. You saw Kane come in later.
Kane has some good plays.
And I was just right. And I'm like, who's the odd person out of this trip right here? And I'm clocking it because today was the first day. I think it was publicly, like I asked. Nick Valor is gone, he retired. Revo, more leadership, more of a leader on him. My mom laughing, because she know. So like more of a leader on defense. Who stands out? We can get to that in a minute. But you figure, and even Coach said it today, right? This is where people can still make the roster. Special teams. That's where you can still make it. And so I don't know, you all. Linebacker. I think I saw somebody ask about Robert Henry and about
I'm about to get to this.
I said a couple weeks, but it might be longer than that. He is a real quad injury, for real. And hey, I've seen people that already gave him a nickname. They calling him Fat Man and Flash, and I'm like, well, where did that come from?
Oh, you mean? Henry and Big Boy and oh shoot.
It's like Bill the Fat Man and Flash, and I'm like, okay,
that's a television show waiting to happen.
Which means the guy that does not have a nickname, who's injured, is out.
It might. They love him, but it goes back to me. The Robert Henry thing is similar to Quan. Like we had not seen much in camp. Here come game time, and it's like, ooh.
He put on a show.
I was so impressed by him. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
he put on a show.
Definitely.
It's hard. I would say this though. It's hard to gauge running backs in training camp.
It is, other than
because you're not really
tackling, and so that's
you're
what
not really tackling. That's what I'm saying.
That's what he said. It's hard. You're trying to see if you can break the tackle, but I might have brought it
but
up
it's not the same.
I can't remember now if I brought him up to you all from a special teams perspective. Didn't I say something about him? I said, y'all, number 30, Robert Henry, he had a good special teams play.
Yeah.
He really did.
Now,
but and then come to find out he used to be a specialist. That's why I asked him that in the presser. Like, did you do this? I wasn't doing my homework on him. I do a lot of homework, but that one got by me because I saw it on Wednesday, and then I saw, I can't do everything, y'all.
I mean, come on, he's like not supposed to, but he's not really thought about making the team or whatnot. So
I was like, dang, I kind of didn't know, and he was like, I used to do it all the time until I got running back, and then he was running back. He didn't do it anymore because I saw it. Well, he in camp he did drop the ball a couple times. I'm just gonna be honest.
Okay,
and so I wasn't paying attention to him anymore. And then joint practice, I was like, he's good. I know, Mom. I did good. I stopped myself.
She stopped herself. She didn't stop herself. Facts. She didn't stop herself.
In the joint practice, I was like, okay, he's making me look because I already know where I'm looking at this point in joint practice. But he was a player who I had stopped looking, and then I said, Robert Henry is good. He's good. And then the game, he just very impressive.
And Dan Quinn pointed out that he was very good at the blocking too.
He was
blitz pickup, and that's a real key
in
here.
Offense, I was like, he and Fat Man had a very good night.
He did.
They really did. And I've been talking about the running backs, but I just was like, all right, because to your point, Wole, you can't really tell unless you're in the game.
Yeah, who I want to give credit for the running backs this, and he don't get much credit. Anthony Lynn. We don't talk much about Anthony Lynn. In a lot of pod. Anthony Lynn with these running backs has helped these guys develop and get to where they need to be at. Anthony Lynn has done a good job with the running backs. Whether they play with the Washington Commanders or they go to another team, if you get another one of these running backs, you know that these guys have been tried and true by a true NFL coach. You know what I'm saying? Because Anthony Lynn is true hard-nosed. He knows what he's talking about. One thing I like about Henry is this. Robert Henry Jr., one thing I like about him was that he's able to – he has that burst, but he also got the shakiness to him, right? He got a burst and shakiness. One thing I like about Fat Man is Fat Man on the goal line, when I look at, can that running back put his shoulder down and get you that 1 yard that he needed? And that's what he did to put a touchdown. He was able to put his shoulder to get up in there. And I think the way that Blau and Quinn called plays the other night was to test these running backs because they had a load. Some of them carried 20 sometimes, I believe. He wanted to see how durable they are. Can you take the NFL pounding? Can you take the hits and licks, and can you keep taking? I don't care if second string, third string, whatever the case may be. Once you get the ball, they perform. Only thing I didn't like about Robert Henry Jr. On the special teams, to me, and B. Mitch said it on the broadcast. There was several times that he could have took the ball and got extra yards, whether it's 5 yards, 6 yards, or 7 yards. To me, it seemed like he was a little bit scared back there, and everything was a fair catch, even when sometimes there was no guys in sight from our standpoint. So that's not what you're looking for a returner. You look for a returner who's willing to go get that yard or 2 or 3 yards, whatever the case may be, and never know he'd break it. So he might need some work there. But as far as a running back the other night, he was able to get the extra yards. And the one thing I liked about it was even with the second string, the third string offensive line, they were able to pick up first downs with short yardage without having to throw the ball. If you remember last year, and I know it's different offensive coordinator, right? And I know it's preseason game number 1. But last year, what would make me mad about this team would be 4th and 1 and they throw the football, or 3rd and 2 and you throw the football. Instead of putting your head down and say, you know what, I got a running back there and an offensive line back there that can pick up 2 yards. And I think they showed that the other night. They got running backs in offensive line, second or third string, that when the rubber meets the road, we're going to trust these guys to get us those 2 yards. We're not going to depend on Terry McLaurin. We're not going to depend on Jayden Daniels. We're not going to depend on Stephon Diggs, but we're going to depend on the guys in the backfield, our running back, to get us the yards that we need.
We got more questions. Alfred says John Newton was kind of shaky Friday. What's the feeling about his camp so far?
Well, he was the defense captain. So
was he?
He was.
Oh.
And so, I mean, I think it's been pretty quiet there for him.
Mm-hmm.
Might be a parting gift.
Man, I like Drazan, so I'm rooting for Drazan. I think he needs to. I
am too. It ain't looking good.
Yeah, I think he just needs. I just think he'd be better suited just to play on third downs and go rush the passer rather than being on run downs. I just don't think that's his strong suit right now for him. He's just not. It's just not his thing. Question from
that class circle.
Yeah, we know. Oh, we got a circle. Tony said, should we be worried about the defense, or was it a little vanilla because Sonny looked lost out there?
Well, okay. So I don't know who watched the presser after the game. It was kind of late, and I know it's preseason. And then I did post it today. They didn't
watch the presser. They was on here watching us. Sorry,
that's watching us. Okay. We was lit that day. Ain't gonna lie, we was lit.
Okay, but it was Friday Night Lights, so y'all was probably on here.
Yeah, they was not. Look, and we lit. They was lit. They was with us. They was with us on Friday night. But go ahead, though, Candi.
Go ahead, Candi. Go ahead.
But I posted it today that I went ahead and asked Coach Quinn, like, hey, that first defensive drive was probably not your favorite moment of the night. He was like, it was. No, it was not, And then today he started out with his presser talking about that first defensive drive. Hey, listen, it wasn't good. It wasn't. And it's not even so much about calling plays. It was so much of it didn't look good. Like it wasn't good. And Coach Quinn acknowledged that it wasn't good. He acknowledged what about it wasn't good. And he talked a little bit more about that today, right? Because they're not necessarily really scheming, but you remember that was more of the second team going up against their starters.
Facts.
In joint practice, you got starters for starters. So this is your backup, your first backup, like your second. These are your backups.
These are backups.
You know what I mean? Playing against their starters. And they started, it was like a 93-yard drive.
Yeah, they started like a penalty and everything. They still scoring.
Had it been me, I'd have made them play another drive.
I'd have looked at Devontae Jones with a side eye, like, what's going on, bro?
I would have.
I agree. I agree.
It's not my role. So, but he acknowledged it, you all. So it wasn't imagined.
Yeah.
Because I acknowledged it. I asked right in the presser, like, that probably wasn't your favorite moment. It wasn't. It was. I've been watching them too long, and I said, no, what is this?
No, I agree. I think that, and I think B Mitch and Rigo, they were kind of talking about it, and I agree with him. Like, you're not showing anything. It's vanilla, but you do want your guys to win. It's about winning your one-on-one matchups.
100%.
That's what it's about. Like,
and they did not.
And they weren't. You know what I'm saying? So I think, and if you're Dan Quinn, you're supposed to, like, your job as a coach is to teach. Like, that wasn't a good look. So you're supposed to teach. You're not supposed to go and wipe it under the rug and say it's preseason. We're vanilla. That's not. At the end of the day, that's still a learning lesson. Like, you got to learn from that outcome, like, and what you put out there on the football field. So yeah, it's like people who are trying to gloss over it are like, oh, there was vanilla, like trying to protect people. Nah, it was bad. It wasn't the greatest. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. It wasn't the greatest. You could read into one. If you're trying to teach somebody, you could, not to say that we're not saying this is the totality of this player or the unit's defense for the 2026 season. We're not saying that, but I think it is okay to say, like, all right, this is a bad performance. We got to make sure we improve on this. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? I think people get overly protective of certain things, and it's okay to say that wasn't good, and we can improve. We can do better, and we will do better.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's why I asked the question. I have it posted on my X page, so you can see X Twitter. X, not like EX, no. Yeah. Twitter page. Formerly known as Twitter, is there, and
I missed that one.
I asked. You know what I'm saying? Like, I asked because of that very thing that you're talking about, Wole.
Yeah.
And I watch these guys. I watch this team. You all know Coach Quinn knows how much I watch him. He knows how much I'm paying attention. And so that is why I'm like, okay, here we go, I guess. Because, okay, they won the preseason game. But what I'm not going to do is act like I didn't see what I just saw in that opening drive by your first backup group.
Yeah,
correct.
Because even with it being them, like, that's where I start getting a little like, I don't really care about that. You know how people can be like, oh, their starters didn't play.
Yeah.
Oh, I watch these dudes. I know what their pedigree is. I know what's going on. And actually, I know what was supposed to happen. I could tell. I could see it. It did not happen. And real quick, George, I know you wanted to jump in, so you all can check that question. But when Coach Quinn was asked today, I think it was by David Harrison, shout out to him, was asked about Sonny Styles and Leo's performance in the game.
Yeah.
He said, so I thought with both of them, we didn't blitz neither a lot, but I like how square they were.
Yeah.
And he said the games are kind of like Leo's spot, man. Like, he's physical, he's square, he's a good tackler. And I'm glad he said that, because he's another one who, his camp was fine. I think somebody asked me, like, how's this camp going? And I'm like, okay, it's fine. He's there. He's participating, but he didn't do anything that made me be like, whoa, this dude. No, it wasn't anything like that. But what then Coach did say was, he reiterated based on the conversation from Friday, I wasn't pleased at all with the defense overall on the first drive. I thought it was like an explosive pass and just too leaky. Specifically for those two, though, just their command, their presence inside. Then he went back to talking, about Sonny and Leo. So yes, I want to acknowledge the head coach has now said twice that he did not like what he saw in that first drive, and it is warranted. It has nothing to do about a scheme and vanilla or whatever. It didn't look good, y'all. And I know everybody's like, but they won the game. I'm just one of them people.
You still got to tighten things up. You still got to fine screw things.
It's like the Metro. If you see something, say something. And I'd rather get it out now, and instead of it coming back later on.
Yeah, George, you wanted to say something, right?
My only point is, on the Sonny Styles part, is I don't think it helped him not to have the starters out there. And I think we have to give him a little bit of a break on that maybe when he has the starters out there, he's going to look better. Johnny Newton, they ran right at Johnny Newton. Like Devin Achane and the Dolphins were running right where Johnny Newton
was.
On his
side.
They were getting big chunks. And that was kind of jarring to watch, and I'm really concerned about him. But I just want to make that point about Sonny Styles. I think I would like to see a fairer evaluation once he gets to play with more starting players.
This is why I push back on that. Like, not to say like great or bad or indifferent, but the cream rises to the top. I'm a big believer in that. If you were a regular player, I would agree with you. But if you were so-called elite talent, I ain't saying you got to be great on everything, but you flash a little bit more. That's all I'm saying. Like, I know what you're talking about. You're right. You know, for instance, I'll give an example. This is a good example. This is an all-world player though. This is different. Ray Lewis struggled when he didn't have Sarah Goose and folks. He struggled, but he still showed out. Like, he still flashed because he's greatness. Like, that's great talent. You know what I'm saying? And that's extreme. That's extreme. I know that's extreme, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying you have to be the best. You look bad with less, but I'm just, or I mean, look bad. Like I'm not saying that if you have less, that you gotta still be all world. What I am saying is that you can show flashes though. That's all I'm saying. So that's where I'm like, but people should have grace regardless. I don't like when people are going all the way left and saying like finding a way to trash the dude. Like, you can have one bad game or one, if it's a bad game, I don't even want to call it a bad game, but you can have a game that's less than spectacular, right? You can. It's possible. Anybody can. The greatest players, the greatest athletes in the world have an off night, right? So I don't want that to be a definition of, oh, you know, Sonny Styles is going to be this or that or the other. Nah, it's just, you know, one bad day. And he's not the thing for him, he won't be playing that position anyway. When the season starts. So that's one thing. We have I forgot to read this question. I want to read this question because it was out there earlier and I meant to read it. One Marco Metro says, are they trying to hide Williams? They are not using him very much. Which Williams? I'm trying to think. Which Williams you talking about?
Antonio.
Antonio. Yeah, Antonio Williams.
I'm assuming it was just because it was preseason game 1.
Yeah, okay.
And Sam Hartman and the special K was out there.
Got you. All right. Go ahead.
Yo.
That's my assumption. I could be wrong.
If you go back and watch Sonny's stuff, man,
it's cool. You can disagree. It's fine.
If you go back and watch Sonny's stuff, all of it wasn't bad. He did what a linebacker was supposed to.
Yeah, definitely.
So sometimes he got blocked in, and sometimes he was able to get off. Right, he did have 3 tackles. He was involved in the plays. He was involved in the plays. And they did stop the run. Let's be honest, that Miami didn't run them. So when that's the case, but see, a linebacker is only as good as the guys up front. Because the guys up front don't do that and keep the offensive line off the linebacker. Yeah. You talked about Ray Lewis and Tony Saragusa earlier.
Yeah.
The reason that Ray Lewis was so good because Tony Saragusa demanded a double team. Facts. Right? Because and you can go back and look at any linebacker that Wolf played for, right? Those linebackers from New England.
New England, definitely. I agree. I totally agree with you.
Nick Wolford, those linebackers was good. So therefore, your D line has to be able to be great in order for your linebackers to be great, right? Yeah. And so that's one of the things when you're looking at young guys like Sonny Styles, who this is his first NFL game. He's not going to have the instincts. He's not going to have the instincts of Ray Lewis first. But as this guy continue to progress and continue to play, I think Sonny Styles could be a decent linebacker in this league, right? And I'm not saying, I know some people say, he was picked 7. He need to be much more than a decent, right? But I'm not looking for him to be a world beater first year, right? I'm looking for him to be a decent linebacker who can make plays, who can cover, right? And who always be around the football and learn how this NFL game plays. Now, when we talk about the his second or third year, we need to see progression, right? He's still learning NFL game. Let's say joint practice doesn't do it, right? Well, and I want people to be, let's be honest. Let's give the linebacker Sonny Styles the same grace that we give Jayden Daniels on the offensive side of the ball when he was a rookie.
I agree, bro. That's what I'm saying. People got to keep. I do feel like people need to keep that same energy. Yeah, I agree with you. Same energy. People don't keep that same energy with a bunch of players, though. That's why I wish people keep that same energy.
My challenge wasn't with the players.
Oh, I know.
It was with the preparedness. You know how I go. What is this? Could nobody fix this midfield? I mean, come on.
There's another question for you from Alfred. He says, did Dyami Brown and Van Jefferson give themselves an advantage over the other?
Dyami did, in my opinion.
Dyami is, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Like, what's happening? Because I guess technically it was Van. Give me a minute. I'll come back to that question.
Van had one catch for 14. Dyami had one catch for 22 yards.
Yeah. It just,
I think Dyami, I would say, like, I mean, from what I watched, Dyami had that one, the deep pad, like the 22-yard pass, which was a nice he got open, and then he was open again. Like Hartman missed him and threw the interception. So I'm gonna say this. When I said this earlier, what I said on the post game show, like I felt like how it looked on TV, I felt like the coaching staff was quite happy with what Dyami, Treylon Burks did out there on the football field, because they got yanked out as soon as like they made a couple good plays and they were cool with it. The one that was interesting to me, and this is no shade or anything, it was Luke, because Luke was just out there
too long.
and Luke wasn't doing, and Luke wasn't making any plays. Yeah, so to me, when they took out Dyami and Treylon, to me they took them out because they did something. Like it was like, we saw enough. You're out. That's how it appeared to me on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't because I thought Dyami deserved more work, like compared to what, you know, like he depth on the depth chart. So you would think he was deep on, like according to everybody, like Dyami is fighting for a spot. They treated Dyami and Treylon like they good. That's how I interpret it. And I know Antonio's gonna get work because he's a rookie, so he's supposed to get work. So I understand that. But Luke being out there, Van Jefferson came in the game when I expected him to come in the game. Like, so there was nothing odd about how his usage was. No, the only person that was odd was like Luke, to be real with you. And not to say, because a whole half, because to me, if he's going to play a whole half, you're treating him like he's a rookie player, a rookie, and he's not.
I mean, unless you trade bait, that's what I'm trying to say. Like at this point, we gotta start having. I don't want, you know, I'm not trying to.
I'm trying to use my clues.
Out, but
I'm just trying to use my clues.
Right, it's at 100%. Like people getting hurt. Mm-hmm. You know, once I saw that, you know, some safeties out here getting hurt, I'm like, okay, who out here willing and dealing to get themselves a healthy safety, serviceable safety. You know, I mean, it's true. Like these things happen. And in the prior two preseasons of this regime, that's what they did. And it wasn't with people that weren't well. In Jahan's case, yes, it was with somebody who wasn't performing well. But last year, only in Jahan's case, because that wasn't the case with John Ridgeway.
Yeah,
Ridgeway had a good camp.
Yeah, and B-Rob was all right.
B-Rob was having a very good camp.
Yeah, from what I heard. Yeah.
Okay, and I mean, even remember Adam Peters said in his presser after they, you know, he's in great shape. This is like the best shape he's been in. He's having a great camp. You know, people don't trade. You know, in most cases, people do not trade what does not have value. So I'm gonna put you out here for whatever reason. But he was out there too long. Even in my opinion, I was like, "What is still okay? All right, I see what you," because it didn't make sense for him in game one, in my opinion, based on the camp he's been having.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. From the camp he's been having. Agreed. Art said, Art's question is, did Luke get more work to see him at multiple wide receiver positions, or would you consider Dyami, Burks, and Jefferson more outside wide receivers?
See, that question is complicated. And the reason why is because Coach Blau is literally putting these people everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like, I've never seen anything like it. I'll be honest. I'm smart, but this is complicated. Like, this is getting complicated.
But you know,
but I'm not a coach, so I don't need to know. But it's not. It's different.
Hey, can I answer Slim's question real quick? So a top 10 pick is a work in progress. Hey, Slim, I think any draft pick is a work in progress. Let's not forget Peyton Manning came out there and threw 27 interceptions his first year. I mean, so when I look at rookies, they haven't played on this level. So I give them much more grace. So if Sonny Styles is doing this in year number 2, then you know what, Slim, I agree with you. But the first year, number 7 pick, number 1 pick, number 3 pick, number 4 pick, because if Mendoza goes out to the Raiders this year, takes the job from Kirk Cousins and stinks up the place, right?
Yeah, it shouldn't be. It ain't over for him. I agree with you.
It ain't over for him, right? But next year he gets better, right? So Shedeur Sanders had a decent season last year, but he should progress from last year to this year. So what I'm looking for, Sonny Styles as a linebacker, I'm looking for progression in the top 10 picks. Right? So now next year is the year I look at Sonny and say, you know what? Just like we're doing Brandon Coleman, right? We're looking at Brandon Coleman first year, like, okay, Brandon played. Second year, he didn't do so hot this year. So I think as players or as coaches, well, not as friends or as journalists, we should give people grace for the first year, and especially for the first preseason game.
It's only preseason, dog. I'm not going to even like read into
right.
it.
If he's getting dogged, well, yeah, I ain't gonna say that. But if he's getting dogged in the middle of the season,
if he's getting dog walked in the middle of the season, then we can have that discussion.
Then we can have that discussion.
Then you can argue. You can make the argument that they should have drafted somebody else. That's the only thing.
Right.
But now, I still wouldn't say his career is over though. But go ahead.
Yeah, in the middle. If it's in the middle of the season, DC, you know, I ride with you. I'll talk with it, right? You know what I'm saying? And I'll go with it. And then I would be on Durante and them saying, how come he didn't develop this linebacker from training camp all the way to now, and he's still making the same mistakes? So let's see let's look at Detroit game this week. Let's have a body of work, right? Let's have a body of work before we can say if Sonny Styles is a bust or not, or if Sonny Styles is not doing what we're supposed to do. Now, trust me, I'm the first one on here. I'm the first one on here to say we should have picked up Caleb Downs, right?
Yeah.
I'm first one to say should have picked up Caleb Downs, but I'm gonna give, since they picked up Sonny Styles, I'm gonna give him the body of work before I go in on him.
Yeah, I think it's a body of work, man. Just wait, just one preseason game, you cannot. And Candi, I want to get your question, get your thoughts on this. You covered Von Miller with this team last year. You had so many positive things to say about him. So now he's the enemy, though. He's the ops. So like how, just how is this signing? Like, how is this signing?
It's 32 teams in the league.
Ain't going to Cowboys. I know he's from Texas and whatnot, but still.
Yes, that's true. But then go to the Texans is what I. You know, I'm like, look, Jerry, Von can't help you week 2. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is this? A plot? Like, you try to figure out what's going on over here? They got a whole new defensive coordinator. That can't help you. However, I'm going to tell you who he can help. Caleb Downs.
Sure he can.
And that veteran leadership. Von Miller was amazing. I had a terrific time covering Von Miller. And it was probably toward the end of the season, because he's like, you come around to our neighborhood, like the part of the like. He's like, oh, you don't like me. I don't think you like me too much. And I was like, why? Don't talk to me. And I'm like, because you're Von Miller. I'm probably afraid of you. But he's a super good guy, and he can still play. Yeah. You know, he can still play.
Oh yeah,
he still love it. Like he said, he get out the bed with his house shoes on and can still rush the passer and get you 8 sacks a season. Like, he's serviceable. You know, he'll come off the bench, but that veteran leadership in that locker room and to help somebody like a Caleb Downs is, you know, on any of the younger players. I mean, I just he's a good guy, and he was fun to have in the locker room. Really positive energy, positive presence. And that's too bad that I don't get to cover him here. But hopefully, you know, I'll see him in Dallas, but hopefully I get a chance to talk to him while I'm in Dallas, because that stadium is ginormous. So I don't be over there on the enemy side too much. But I might have to make you know, change my rules a little bit for Von Miller. So he's dope though, y'all. And it kind of sucks that he's going there, but it's all right. Whatever.
He's the perfect plan.
Like, I mean, but you don't know Durante, so they probably should have picked somebody else, but Von will be great wherever you go.
Definitely. Just wanted to get your thoughts on that. Anybody, y'all got anything for Candi? And thanks for the chat. Y'all popping with these questions for Candi. I love it. But George, you have
I do want to go back to the thing with Sonny.
Please go back.
I do think this is important. I'm gonna go ahead and listen. That first defensive drive was not good for all parties involved.
Yeah,
literally.
Right.
But I'm gonna just go ahead and say it, because I keep talking about week 2 for a very important reason. He's gonna have to have a good game by week 2.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to have convincing games by week 2. I'm not gonna give him to the middle of the season, because that's just the hard truth of the matter, and we know why he's here.
Yeah, true.
And we know that, and we know who he's replacing. Right? He don't have a whole season to perform. He's got to perform in his rookie season.
He's not gonna play the mic though, right? But he ain't gonna play the mic, so you won't have to like.
Well, I mean, I guess not, but which is still not good. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm
Yeah, I
trying to
where
drop
he's picked,
something
yes,
without
it's not.
saying it. You feel
I
what
know.
I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
this isn't an ideal. We know what the ideal situation is, everybody.
Mhm.
That's not the current state.
Yeah.
So it was going to be a deeper of a learning curve.
Mhm.
But I still don't think that matters. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I know what you're
I mean?
saying.
Like, it's a deeper of a learning curve.
Yeah.
But it still doesn't matter. You're going to have to perform.
Yeah. I do think I agree with you. I think by week 2 he gotta be.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say
because people gonna talk. He gonna have to have.
And if you gotta end up begging the other 54 to come back, I'm just throwing it out there right now.
Yeah, I'm just saying
because it goes back to people don't really understand what is required for that role.
Mm-hmm.
You got younger, you got faster, but I'm digging deep to be like, but did you really get everything? It's a lot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're saying you're saying week 2 of the NFL season or preseason. Week of the NFL season. Yeah.
NFL season, regular, not this week 2.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Regular
NFL,
week 2.
Okay.
Regular season week 2. I know some was saying, you all were talking about middle to see. I don't think he don't have that window. Based on what you're here to do, based on who you
I just think
you just don't have it.
Yeah, I just think that because that's the Cowboys game. I'm correct, right?
110%.
I just think because there's a player you passed on and
it's 100. You cannot.
That's what it is. You gotta play good in that game.
It's a couple different things. It's when I can find a more professional way to say it, even though I feel like I'm saying it professionally.
No, I got you.
Let me ask this question though. What is good? Because we're saying good. Definition of good for him playing either inside or outside. Because right now
he'll be outside.
He'll be outside. He'll be outside backer. So when we define him making a splash, right? What is? And I'm talking for the chat, just not you, Candy. I'm talking for guys in the chat saying, what is a splash? What will be a splash? What will be ideal 2 games for Sonny Styles to say, you know what, we got one here.
Agree.
I would go and look and see what happened in Bobby Wagner's rookie season.
Mm.
And that's the kind of rookie season.
So is that too much putting on him to compare to Bobby Wagner? Bobby Wagner.
It sure
this is what I'm saying.
And I'm telling you, because that's the reality.
Mm-hmm. I just think that for me personally with him, it's not about. It's not. I just think that I think he's gonna be fine. So let me put this out there. I think Sonny Styles is gonna be good. He's gonna be good. And to be real with you, I have all faith that Devontae is going to do what he said he was going to do. He's going to utilize his skill set and put him in the best situation to utilize his skill set. So I'm not really concerned with. I think he'll make splash plays because he's an athletic beast. Don't get it twisted. And Devontae can take advantage of that. I will say to your point though, I think that. So the only because it's going to be optics, and I just for me, it's going to be one. You don't. All right, I'm gonna make it plain and simple. Don't have Caleb Downs outperforming you in that game. That's all I'm gonna say. That is more than anything.
Don't I'm saying.
Don't let him outperform you. Don't let him outperform you.
You get what I'm saying.
That's it. That's all.
And then by the time you get to week 5, you can't let Arvell do it either.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying.
It is 110%.
That's what I will say.
I'm not sure who that person is that said Bobby essentially stepped into the Legion of Boom 100%, but he still had his individual performance.
Who said a Legion? I mean, I think they're I don't compare.
We're not comparing the defenses, but I'm saying
I don't compare the player. I said this before. Bobby went to a smaller. He went to was it Utah? What do you go?
And he was a second
Utah
round
State.
Utah State.
And to amplify Candy's point,
Bobby
Wagner's picked 47th.
Yeah, and also and be real again. Playing and sometimes I pick where you are depending on your school or whatever and what you do and combines or whatever. But again, I've said this: if you look at Bobby Wagner's college stats, he was a dog, bro.
Oh, it
wasn't what he did in college is what he did in the NFL.
100%
consistently though. I'm talking about
he was an NFL player in college.
So I don't compare. They're 2 different dudes. But anyway, they're 2 different dudes. But speaking of Sonny, just. it's going to, and it doesn't mean, again, saying that, like, I just don't want that pressure on him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It will be, unfortunately. I mean, we're just being honest at this point.
So
like,
that's the thing.
It will be, you know, because you know what you were here to do. You were replaced to do. And then you got your 2 other teammates that are in the division.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a constant conversation. We all know this. Like we're bracing ourselves for the inevitable. Yeah,
it's going to be a real discussion because it's going to be a debate. Like that's all. That's fair.
Yes, because they always pick.
Yeah, he will always be compared. This will always be a thing.
Caleb on a rival team. No matter
it makes it worse in Dallas. It makes it worse because because it's not like Dallas. Like it's not like Dallas had the 7th pick, right? So if Dallas had, it's not like that situation where like you had a choice, right, of who to pick. Dallas they didn't have a choice of Sonny. Sonny was gone before them. Washington was the team with the choice. So that's the thing that makes it's going to be a debate. Like, did they choose the right person? That's what it's going to be. It has nothing to do, and it's worse. But if he outplays him. If Sonny out, then it's all a mute point. Then it's like we got the right one. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Period. You know what I'm saying? It's just like how Washington, just like how Chicago fans probably in week 1, the first year. Bye, Mama Waller. Bye. Good night. It's like the Chicago Bears in year 1. A lot of them were like, we should have took Jayden Daniels.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Because they had that position. You know what I'm saying?
Aren't they still in year 3 of that class talking about who's the best quarterback? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, but that's because it changes. It flows then certain folks were like, oh, you should have took Drake. You know what I mean? Drake May or whatever. So it's just like it flows because you have that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You have that opportunity. So for Washington, they had the opportunity. So that, like, to what Todd said, totally agree. It's unfortunate, but he's always gonna be compared. It's always gonna be that situation. It's always gonna be that.
He don't have time.
Yeah, he's always gonna be that.
Neither does this coaching staff.
Yeah, because where was Reese drafted? Like, what was he? What pick was the Giants?
Fifth. Arvell? He went to the Giants. Fifth.
Yeah, so they want fifth.
Remember the Titans? Everybody passed on him because
but luckily for Washington, they won't be part of that discussion. You know what I'm saying? With Reese, it won't be like. Because they didn't have a chance to get Reese. You know what I'm saying? So, like, but Caleb is going to always be a discussion. And it makes it worse, like you said, because he's in the division. That's what makes it worse.
Yep, it's never going to go away. So if it doesn't go, like, he doesn't have time. In an ideal state,
he has time. Yes, I agree with you, Candi.
He doesn't have time.
I do agree with you. Because that's going to, and players are going to be, and a player like, and anybody, if you're a competitor, you're going to, if you end up, the person that they could have picked is playing better than you in that said game too, you're going to be pressing. And that's what you don't want. You want him to go for the natural progression, to Glenn's point. But you're right. In terms of optics, in terms of like the outside noise, I agree with that. I
agree still.
Yeah. So he's not, to the folks out there. But I agree. Josh, Lord of the No Rings, Allen
he was Trinity, but a quarterback is different than a linebacker. That's a lot more of a complicated
Josh
situation.
Is definitely a project. I agree with that. He's definitely. I think quarterbacks are different. I think Josh. There's a lot of projects like Richardson for the Colts was a project.
Right.
Is a project,
and they took him fourth.
I also want to say this is year 3 of this regime. Every first rounder they've has had to perform week 1.
Yes, that's a fair point.
Nobody had time to develop.
Yeah, because even you look at Connolly, how everybody
developing now.
You look at Connolly. You know what I'm saying? Like week 1 he was a starter, and
week 1 was a
starter. It was rough.
Every offensive snap.
Yeah, it was rough. But he got better. Like your goal is to get better. Like Glenn said, it's to get better.
Yeah, you get better, but you're gonna have to. Unfortunately, the schedule doesn't lend itself. It's gonna be all eyes on this team for sure. The first month of the season. Yeah, because I'll be real, like fans, as it progressed, Connolly started getting better. But during that time, in training camp, oh my gosh, remember it was terrible. He was
getting but even week 1 to week 4, because he was getting beat by a lot because he was going against tough dudes too.
I agree with Slim. Slim said it. This regime has big projects. Let's be honest. Jayden Daniels wasn't a top quarterback coming. People had questions.
He wasn't a project. Jayden wasn't a project.
No, he wasn't a project, but everybody had questions, right? You had questions.
I do agree. Like,
and we didn't know what he was going to do.
They got projects. I wouldn't say everybody's a project, but they got a lot of projects. I do agree with that. I wouldn't say everybody's a project. I think, like, for instance,
we said on this podcast,
Jayden wasn't a project.
No,
Brandon Coleman was a project. Brandon Coleman was a project.
We need to probably shape the criteria too.
Yeah,
we're talking about the first rounders. We're talking about first rounders.
Yeah.
So if you are a first rounder,
you shouldn't be a project.
You should not be a project. You
not
should be performing week 1 at a starting position.
That's the goal.
High level.
Yeah.
You should not be competing for your position. I mean, you're competing, but you should be winning that job.
I agree. No, I agree.
Job. I'm talking about the first rounders. Now, everybody else, okay, but they're first rounders. No, he doesn't need to be a project, Sonny. No,
I think other than quarterback, because people play like quarterbacks typically in the first round, you can sit because you can sit. That's a thing that folks naturally sit, and they have to win in the position. Typically quarterback, but other than that, other positions, I don't think you like ease that. I agree with that because I feel like we think about because even like Connerly, and I use him if we're gonna use an example of somebody who struggled in the beginning of their careers, early in their season, and now he got better. I want to say week 8 or something like that. He got better. He was starting to improve. But he was going to that row of great pass rushers, and he was struggling. Right? You had Micah rotating on his side to take advantage of him. What Brian Burns did so early in week 1. But a lot of people started having like, whoa, is this dude ready? Why is he playing right tackle? Like, is he ready? But then he got better, right? That's all you hope for. Like, if you do get better. But I don't want to say but the expectation, like to Candy's point, like my expectation for Josh Connerly was to be good off. Like, if you're going to start at right tackle as a rookie, you better be good. Like that's good. Yeah, that's how I look at it. So the same thing for Sonny, if he's starting out there as a first round pick, I expect you to be good. Like that's my expectation though. For like your first, I don't expect my first rounders to be like okay, like unless you like the year that Jayden had, like that exceeded my expectations as a first rounder. You know what I'm saying? Like Luke wasn't a first rounder though. Yeah, he's a project though. I agree with that.
Luke was a project, but he's not a first rounder
though. I agree with that. He's a project.
Sonny is a top 10 pick.
Yeah, like Caleb Downs isn't a project. Like Arvell Reese isn't a project.
No,
these dudes are. Jordan Tyson isn't a project. Like you know what I'm saying?
Caleb wasn't top 10, but it was argued that he should have been, right?
Who? Caleb Downs? Yeah, arguably like he should have been yeah. So I'm just saying these players that I'm naming, like Tate isn't supposed to be a project. You know what I'm saying? Like all the I'm just naming first rounders. There's no rhyme or reason to it. These dudes are Vega for the Ravens isn't a project. You know what I'm saying? These dudes are projects, you know what I'm saying? So they're blue chip talent, and you just hope typically when you're on that football field, you hope that they play at a high level. That's the expectations always. To be real with you, of a first rounder.
That is the first project. When I say project, and man, I use the wrong word. Project is this coming into the NFL and learning the NFL system, right? In college, everybody's just not being young. Being young. Connerly was 21 years old when he came into the league. 20 years old. Right, so it's still some things that he had to work on. Well, it helped him work on some things. He had Larry Tunsil in the locker room. Larry Tunsil in the locker room to help him develop, to get his body right, to get him where he's at now, right? We talked about on this podcast for a minute. Sonny Styles does not have that leader in the Washington linebacker room. He got Ken Norton Jr. to help him. We ain't gonna let's be honest. We like Louvu, but Louvu's not the leader type to help develop a younger guy. Let's be honest. So he doesn't have that leader. He can't do Jordan McGee. He may not be on the team. So he does. When I say project, I mean he doesn't have a linebacker who's been consistently in the league for a long period of time to help him develop the way he needs to develop, unless he's being around Ken Norton Jr. to get to the point where he's at. So that's why I'm saying we need to give him some grace, because he's learning on the job training for Sonny Styles, because he doesn't have, since we threw this name out there, he doesn't have a Bobby Wagner to teach him, right? Just be honest, right?
Let me stop.
Right. He don't have a Von Miller on this defense to teach him how to play the linebacker spot. You don't have that. So at this point, who's teaching Sonny Styles from a player perspective? not a coach perspective, to be the next linebacker. So I want to say, like I said, I don't want to say project. I just want to say skill development, right? First round picks need the skill development for NFL to be in the NFL. I'm not. Let's change the word, not project. Skill development, right?
Yeah. But I'm gonna still say he's got to be having a better game than Caleb Downs come week 2.
I agree. I'm not gonna hold you. I think that's the fact. He got. I'm gonna be.
And that's just
me be real.
Completely objective because we know what the narrative is going to be.
I think, and not even coming in. I'm gonna lie to you. He better have a better game than him in that game.
Oh, 100%.
That game, like that game. I don't even like real talk. If I'm him, like, all right, say but week 2, your performance week 2, yeah,
you got to.
You got to. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, and it won't. And I'm not saying, I'm just saying in terms of like you're talking about the storyline. Yeah, I agree with you, Dan. Totally agree with you.
Y'all get that man much credit, but y'all ain't put this much pressure on Chase Young.
What, Chase Young? Chase Young's number 2. He played. He did his right job of his rookie year.
He did his job.
Yeah, don't do that.
Chase Young got a lot of heat in the first half of the season because he struggled in the first half of that season.
Who's rookie year? Who's defense rookie year?
But he struggled.
But who's defense rookie year?
Where did he struggle? He was the defensive
Hey, Katie, I don't remember. I don't know what they talk. You maybe year 2, year 3. Yeah, I don't know what you talking about.
No, year 1, he got
a terrible penalty that cost him a game, and he was not good the first 2 months.
You mean the Detroit Lions game?
That was year dominant.
The Detroit Lions game.
Rookie year.
He
won the rookie of the year because in the second half of the year he was crazy productive.
I'm just saying again. I feel like I think this. They're two different. This is two different.
Should have won rookie of the year that year. But that's
obviously I could tell. But like, look, it's totally like this is not even close to that. Like, to be real with you, and this is not even changing. Like, come on, bro. Like, real talk. Let's not do that. This is not even that. This is not even that. Now you could say year 2, year 3, yeah, and I can even make the argument that they had local reporters trying to hate on this dude anyway. But that's a whole different argument. So go ahead.
My question is, why is Sonny getting so much pressure?
He's number 7.
No, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real. Do you want to know the truth?
He's number 7, and he was there to fill a key role. Like, seriously, that's why he's there to be the quarterback of your defense.
Yeah.
Now, do I expect him to be the quarterback of the defense now? No, but what you need to be doing is playing at a very high level by week 2 of the regular season, because the narrative is going to be the Commanders did not choose the right player. Let's just keep it a buck.
Yeah, and just
I'm not saying that that's true or false, but we know that what the narrative is going to be. Caleb is a safety. Okay, they needed a safety.
Yeah,
and they needed a linebacker. They needed a Mike, and so you're not performing by then. I mean, it just is what it is. You know,
I would say,
for that position and number is all I'm saying. For where he was drafted. You can't draft that high and be like, oh, this has got to be somebody that's ready to roll. It's got to be ready to roll. And I mean, and I'm not saying if he's not, that's his fault. We got to look, you know what I mean, at the help, at the staff, if that's not the case. But that is very high expectations in filling a key role, because you could have gone linebacker or safety. And God forbid the safety that the Cowboys picked, that was his, has a better game that day. And they just about the season, but you have a better game that day, and the world is going to shake.
I'll say this much. This is what I would say for that situation. The reason why I think it's different is that, like, why the smoke is like, why what you're talking about, why is the smoke for Sonny? I don't even think it's real smoke, but what it is that he was the consensus best defensive player available.
I give you that.
But that's also the challenge, though. That's the challenge.
That's
the whole narrative that I'm talking about. That's the challenge, right? You know how this gonna go.
Yeah,
I hope that he is. I anticipate that he is, but if he's not.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you use the example of what you were using with Chase, and this is whatever, but he was the consensus best defense, arguably the best player on the draft, but definitely the consensus number 1 defensive player on the board, period. There was no debate about it, right? There was a debate about Sonny, right? You saw it on various different mock boards of who was the best defensive player available in the draft. So I think that's going to always be there. You know what I'm saying? Just the same thing. All right, to be real with you, it's the same thing that why Caleb, I mean, you know, it's the number one pick overall, but like Caleb Williams, on why he was getting smoked thoroughly because of what Jake 5 was doing. And what 5 was doing wasn't even him. It was because of what 5 was doing. It's like, oh, yeah, the wrong one was drafted. Like, that's what it is. Like, and that's just how that when you get that position, when some folks think other folks are better, you make the argument of who is the best player. That's going to happen. So I think that's why that's why he's getting perceived smoke, I guess. But again, it's early. I'm not worried about it. It's early. I'm not worried about it.
We talking about this a whole month in advance because
just get it out of the system now. Just get it out your system now, right?
Because it's August the 16th.
Yeah.
And that game is September the 20th, I think. Just circle this date because we're gonna be like, remember when we said it better go well? Because see, you know, I got eyes down in Dallas. I don't like what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Oh, I know what I'm saying. I don't like
what I'm hearing.
Oh, I mean, everybody knows who, you know, everybody.
I don't like what I'm hearing. And I'm saying that in a good way. You know, there's no hating. I'm not hating. But I'm like, all right.
But see, I'm gonna be real. Like 3 people in, like, I mean, I'm sure, and you two, we talked about it before. But like everybody here, I believe, knew that what was up with Caleb. That's all I'm gonna say. Like,
yeah.
People try to like, I put this on so, and like, I mean, I put this on social, but I said this, like, some of y'all try to talk yourself off of liking, like, what, I mean, talk yourself off of what Caleb Downs is. Like,
you can't take a safety that high.
No, I put just that part, and it was like, yo, when executives have stated this, and I'm gonna get off this Caleb Downs thing, but I do want to state this. When executives have said, like, coming into the season in college, this dude could have been already a starter on 32 different teams already, it lets you know how talented he is. That's it. Like, and that's all I'm leave that there because I don't want to make this like a Caleb Downs sunny stuff. Like, I ain't doing that. But I will say, like, but Candi had a good point. I like that point a lot.
Yeah.
But I will say with Sonny, like, he'll be all right, he'll be fine. I do want to go before I do want to like talk about let's talk about the offensive line. I got stuff.
Don't make me go down there that nice establishment, cut somebody out that first my anxiety gonna be up high. You know, they either got to be doing real good or real bad by a certain time of year. And at that point in the season, it's still up in the air. It might be like if somebody says something, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I do like. I want to ask about, like, you did mention the kicking situation, right? You know what I'm saying? Because you talk about how, like, my man, he doinked, he did doink it. But I said this, like, why nobody pull calls up like dude getting a do-over on the kick? Like, he missed that joint, and no one like talks about like he missed that thing. He did. What he said?
Coach Quinn. I mean, he just acknowledged that he missed it. He got another shot at it.
I'm telling y'all, because I folks on this. I'm telling y'all, look, man, are they gonna bring another kick in? Like, that's what they should do. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like, this is where my real football sense is. Like, you can't trust none of them dudes. I'm gonna hold you.
3 kickers. Well, see, look.
Bring another one in.
You doing a different scenario because I was up here doing a scenario. I was doing trade scenarios. Like, what if they both end up doing good? Who's doing bad? Yeah,
like they both ain't good. I ain't gonna hold you. They both ain't good.
So, how much is this worth?
Like, I know folks get enamored with a competition and like, oh, he's the better one, but the better don't mean good. That I do know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be in a situation dating and like, oh yeah, she better, but she may not be good for you either. You know what I mean? Like, better ain't always good. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Better ain't always good. And this is here, like they date, like Commanders are dating two kickers right now.
They are.
Right? And they trying to choose between both. And I'm like, yo, real talk. And I'm saying this as I'm a moody guy, but I'm being real. Like this, sometimes you just gotta put on your real hat on. You got your real hat, it's real. And you gotta say, you know what? Got to say self. I don't like either of these two. For real. Like we can go back. We can reconsider. All right, to reconsider.
The way the whole stadium was like, oh, with that dunk, like everybody. I was like, this is not good. Like nobody can breathe, even in the preseason when these people are kicking. Like it's just like, oh my god!
You know what I'm saying?
Like everybody reacted on Twitter when he doinked that kick. It was like my whole time.
But I'm like, bro, like, but see, I'm like, I get that. But I'm saying y'all gotta be fair. The band whole missed one, and y'all just quiet, like, oh, ain't happening.
Yeah, and they had to bring it back. I was like, he gets another try. I think that's what I said. I was like, well, it didn't count because
everybody doing do-overs, make believe. Look, my eyes ain't my eyes. This ain't Men in Black. You don't put the flash in me and think I'm gonna forget. All right, I saw it. I synced it. I synced this man miss it, and get another chance to correct himself. Nah, and no, bro. I know it's in you now. I know this is what. I know you're not that type of dude. Because everybody tried to, he got 60, he can kick. I'm like, all right, bro. He got a leg. I know he got a leg. I ain't trust that accuracy.
41-yarder looked better than Moody's 29-yarder. That's all.
Man, look. What's that mean? George, you out here, look, you're doing it too. You are accepting mediocrity. This is what you're doing right now. Listen to yourself.
There's another kicker out. I'll agree with you. If there's another kicker out there that's better than these two, let's get
I'm sure I'm sure there is.
Hold on.
This is the one battle that's going all the way to game 3 for sure.
The kickers.
We don't mind doinks.
We
don't mind doinks when they go inside the goalposts, right? When they go inside the two uprights, we don't mind doinks because that one of the doinks got us to the next round of the playoffs.
I mean, for sure.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying.
We were about to throw that guy in Tampa Bay if he missed it.
Why you be judging? I don't know why people be judging makes like that. Like if I shoot a 3, right, and that thing go off the backboard and go in, and I know it's fluke, and it count. If it's a game winner, if it count,
yeah. Except the next time it ain't gonna go in. Next time it's gonna miss.
The other dude missed it. But the other dude flat out missed it, and you ain't saying nothing. You going off a make rather than do with a miss. That's what get me. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That's what get me. But it's a do over. I guess it didn't count.
That was a penalty.
It counts. Okay, it counts.
But we did see it happen.
Look. The make counts, though. Right. My point is the make counts. That's the point. But you acting like it went in. Like the make counts. One dude missed one and you say it don't count. The make count. Like what's
hold on.
Get it later with a better kick.
I know this is not
basketball. What does that mean? A better kick. Like what? If he missed it left and looked better, like I don't know what that means. What's that?
It was
a better miss. Down the middle. What's a better miss?
It was straight down the middle at 41-yarder.
Dude, like, extra. So I'm gonna start. What's that mean? So if he's still to the right, if he goes to the right, is that like sometimes you move? What happened? Can he not kick it and angle it correctly? I don't know, bro. I still know. I don't know. I'm just saying. Don't stop. I'm just saying. Don't make excuses for like when they both suck. That's all I'm saying. Like,
well, and to me, that's why the kickoff returns and how one thing that where Moody helped himself is that his kicks were very hard to return, and he helped I felt like he helped the coverage team both times.
Agree.
I think he did the kickoffs.
Yeah.
Thank you, Deluxe. Agree.
That pack, right, Candy? So, Candy, I do want to go with something that, like because you said something like and you kind of made a face. So is this competition going all the way to the last game, or you don't think?
I was trying to deal one of these people against something, but
yeah,
I guess not. I guess it will go to.
I saw your face. I was like, wait a minute. I was
like, you probably didn't see my face. Like
I was like, what? You said who? What?
I list the trade scenarios.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I guess you got to weigh this one out because Matt Gay's still in Vegas fighting for his life. So I don't know, his football life. So it's just.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I just want people to keep saying.
Who said we've been in kicker poverty? Was that you, Glenn? Did somebody say that? Glenn or George said we've been in kicker poverty?
It was me.
That was hilarious.
We are though.
Write that in my notebook.
We are though, man. I agree with that statement. I just want y'all to keep the same energy. That's all. I think you guys are judging on curves. You know what I mean? It's okay.
Well,
I feel like you got to stop protecting people. I'm saying you got to stop protecting people. That's my point about this team. We got to stop protecting certain people, bro. We do too much protection. Like
you get a soccer player. There's somebody that played in the World
That's what I'm saying. Oh, get somebody from the UFL. I heard the UFL. Get somebody from the UFL. They got kickers for days. Yeah. Y'all happy that a kicker missed the extra point and got a do-over? Like, what is this? Like, at least I'm like fair. Like, that's what, like my man Moody. I'm like, hey, look, I'm fair. I came out and said, like, you know what? Both ain't working. Like, get rid of both. I'm fair. Like, to me, like, you go in and say, like, it's all about, like, if you beat the champion, right? Like, you beat the person. Like, damn, I want you to beat, like, take me out. Like, it's sending me a real competition. Like, go in the back, cut my head off, and bring my head back and be like, I'm the champ. I'm the king out here. Like, this dude ain't doing that. And Moody's struggling. Like, what are we doing here? Like, you want, like, a participation award? Like, yeah, you beat my guy, like, because he's trash. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm an Orioles fan. It's like watching baseball. We have the wild card right now. The AL sucks. We in a wild card spot. We under 500. You think I'm a happy Orioles fan? Hell no. Like, I think we suck. Like, that's my point. Like, you get I'm coming from? I'm not rewarding.
Is invested in this.
Yeah. Like, I don't.
Shout out Tony for going back through the kicker file of the old kickers we've had in the chat. I love that, Tony. I love the fact that you're bringing up Jess Atkinson and Ali Haji Sheik.
Oh, it's crazy.
That's going way back.
Sheesh.
Yes, Deluxe, you ain't never lied. We've been kicker poor since Chip.
That's what I'm saying. Look, that's all I'm saying.
And even Chip Lohmiller was only like 3 really good years. And
yes, that's all. Look, man, that's all I'm saying, man. People just understand where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying?
Emergency.
That's Glenn. He got the emergency. Something bad happened in your area.
Yeah, I told you it's flooding down. It's flooding down here, baby.
Oh, that's what it is. It's flooding. Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Okay,
Lightning, thunder, and flooding. So
there's a reason that people like Asia. They have way more subscribers and likes. Always better options to get information. What are you talking about? That is correct.
Okay.
I don't think he likes us talking about kickers this much. I mean, Slim.
Oh, I appreciate you. It's all good. Appreciate you, though, man.
You're right about the energy of the kicker. You know what? Special
like,
teams
like,
been
what are you
an
even
issue
talking
with
about?
this team.
Yeah.
I cover the team on site, command the stands, and
She do.
Y'all know I get. I call people out when they make little crazy comments on the show I'm on. So you better make sure you know who you talking to when you hop in these chats.
Wait, I don't know what happened. Like, I ain't trying to be like, what happened? I don't even know what happened.
I don't even know, but.
I don't know. I mean, regardless, man, it's all good, man.
It's all good. Everybody has their right to their
always
opinion.
Click out.
For real, facts.
What's your opinion? It's all good.
It's literally always click out when they don't.
My bad.
But real quick, last thing we move on, Wole, you asked a question about the offensive line. You know, and where we're going to go to for this, just for the rest of the season. For the rest of this week, because Al Grady comes back tomorrow. Yeah. Well, he came back today. Sorry, Al Grady came back today. Didn't Tuesday. Okay. Tuesday. Al Grady comes back Tuesday. So essentially, you have your starting offensive line Tuesday. So
John Bates and Nick Allegretti on Tuesday. There's pads on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then no pads Thursday. You know, they travel to Detroit on Friday. So I don't know how much. I mean, you could see them where he said working back into practice. Yeah. You're not going to really see, especially with pads on, you're not going to see him involved in much. You know, maybe by Wednesday, you know, maybe it's a ramp up situation. But it will be interesting because they're slated to be in pads. Yeah. Tuesday and Wednesday.
I do have like one more question too before we end this. So from the joint practices and the preseason game, which players do you feel like kind of elevated themselves on this squad altogether, and which players probably kind of hurt themselves?
From joint practice to preseason?
Yeah, like you put both of them into
definitely
totality.
Like Kaytron Allen and Robert Henry Jr. Like straight up.
Got you.
I think Quan has been quiet, but he made a play. Right? I'm trying to think who else. I mean, Coach Quinn talked about, from a special team perspective, so of course he mentioned Percy, T.O.
Yeah.
He mentioned Antonio Hamilton. He mentioned a couple people. Ale. Yeah. He mentioned Ale. And Ale was the green dot for a while in that for sure. So I think everybody else is like, we'll see what happens, but the starters are supposed to play on Saturday. So if you're a depth piece, you're gonna have to come in really, really with high standards, like majorly. That second half or whenever your number is called upon, you're gonna have to be impressive. Really this week, if you are a bubble guy, especially. So we're gonna have to see. I mean, Jordan McGee showed speed.
Yeah, he showed like flashes.
Because you really still don't know what's gonna happen with this linebacker group. I know there's still questions at corner, but with Trey out and Trey injured, what you gonna do?
That's a whole situation right there. Hey, Todd, you a fool, bro. You a fool, bro. You had me laugh. I'm trying to hold my laugh. Todd, like, Wole, like he is from Compton. He one step away from Hoodie Wole. Like, hey, dog, you're hilarious, dog.
Yeah, you go.
Oh, that's like tweet. Say, what did you think about the special teams leaders' comments? Solidify those particular roster spots for me.
You mean I want to make sure with Deluxe. You talking about the question I asked Coach Quinn when I asked him about the special team leaders? If that's what you mean,
I believe
if that's what you're talking about, then yes. I mean, Percy and T.O. are two names that came up even with Coach Izzo in my one-on-one with Coach Izzo back in June. So for Coach Quinn to say while I was talking, two names that came to mind, and he instantly said those two. I'm like, okay, those are the same two that Coach Izzo mentioned. And then when he mentioned some of the others, I said, okay, all right. So, these are the use your clues moments when everybody's trying to work through their 53. That's your 53. You know what I mean? So you'll know exactly, who stays and who goes.
Yeah, he said it. Yeah. He talked about your question. Definitely talk about your question.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hey, Tony, what's that claim, man? I don't claim no step, man. I ain't about that life, bro. I ain't outside like that, bro. He said I think Percy look good. Yeah, Percy's good on team.
Special teams.
You see, he looking on. Do you think? Are you saying he look good on defense? Because he could. He could have. I have no idea. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah. Percy, did he play well on defense? I don't know. I ain't pay attention to Percy on defense. I
didn't pay attention to Percy. I didn't say him. I'm not gonna lie neither.
He's great on teams, though.
In terms of and then the next question about Percy replace Revo. I mean, that's what I asked. My question was about, Nick Valor retired.
This question.
Revo is more of a leadership role on defense. So who we got? Like who's standing up, stepping up, standing up. He talked about it being a whole unit. Mm-hmm. True. But I'm still paying attention to the names that you called. And then, right after my question, Ben Standick asked a very similar question. And, Coach Quinn just added some more names to it, for the sake of the question. And he was kind of like, I probably should have added these names to when Candi just asked me. And so, yeah, I mean, I think Percy and T.O.
Here, this is a question from Slim. I think it's Ken Norton Jr., I believe, but he said, who's in charge of development of the linebackers?
Ken Norton Jr. is the linebackers coach.
Hey, Slim, appreciate you, my guy. Yeah, so I'm glad that those players are showing, they built their stock up. The players that you mentioned, hopefully they continue it, man. I think Henry will probably, I think he can be a practice squad. A practice squad person. I think they can stash him, because. But I would love for him to make the team, though.
If he has a good game next game, Henry, and he has a good game the third game, I don't think we can stash him.
You can I say this all the time, and I really believe this. We as fans, we value because we see our players, so we value more than the outsiders do because they have their own players that they watch and see,
right?
And they're going to value those players. So they're just like there's a Henry in our running back room. There's a running back on another team that they like a lot too. And they would rather keep that player because that player's been worked in their system and did everything they needed to do and put that player on their practice squad. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. Good point. I just feel like because I had to teach myself this. I'm like, you know what? I think I like my players way more than other people do. You know what I'm saying? Like I like this. Like I like Henry a lot. Like to your point, Glenn, and I agree with you. For me, I think somebody gonna snatch this kid up. But then I gotta go back and think like, man, I'm sure there's somebody on another team that think like the running back they got is like that, and they can snatch that running back.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Unless he was really good in college, unless you were elite in college, and somebody's always been enamored with you, they're gonna snatch you off a roster. That I do know. Like, but I don't know if he's that type of dude. You know what I'm saying? And is an undrafted player. I don't know if he's that type of dude. Running back is one. Yeah, I think so too. It is one of because everybody has a back. Because there's so many different. You got backs from so many various schools that had success. Yeah. Like you look at we had Marcus Mason. Like, you know what I'm saying? We were able to stash him, but you look at his college career, you know what I'm saying? So it happens. It just happens.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But good point, Deluxe. If McNick was going to IR.
Yeah, that'd be one thing. That would be a move that you probably.
That would be a move.
Hey, Slim says this. Slim said this to try to get all the questions up before we roll. Kid said the kid's doing a bad job, in my opinion. Haven't seen results, plus prove me wrong. Hey, DC Slim, I can't prove you wrong because you are right. The linebacker crew has been one of the weakest crews in terms of development. As far as the development.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not talking about play. I'm talking about as far as development on this team. That and the tight ends.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see this year, right? We'll see this year. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, it depends, right? Because it seemed like some of these players that weren't drafted are doing just fine.
That weren't drafted.
I mean, Colson Yankoff seems to be doing just fine. Ale
seems to be you said okay, got you.
Yeah, but Yankoff wasn't doing well last year.
Just saying.
Yeah, I get
you. Saying.
You know
what I mean? Yeah. Like, and that makes it look a little. You're drafting players
when certain players are. Yeah, I got you. When they, I would like to see those players though, like Cahill. I want to see him. Actually, I'm interested to see him play if he can play on Sundays. Like, you know what I mean? Because get that opportunity. I think he's looked good. I would like to see if he can get that opportunity. And see what he would actually do. Because he does flash on these last two preseason years. These year and this year.
Let's be clear.
He flashes.
He was undrafted last year, and he wore the green dot.
Interesting. No, I get you.
In preseason game 1.
Yeah.
Again, that shows development, though. That shows players doing what they need to do, or it could be, we're gonna see what he can do in the game. So some of it is measuring testing players, and some of it is maybe he has developed. So something we need to investigate. That this kid has wore the green dot. So what does that mean? Because they said they're going to share the green dot this year anyway, or they were looking for that person to lead. So, and plus you didn't have some of your starters.
But there is somebody in that position group that's a third year. He should get to do it.
Yeah, I get you.
Correct. I get that. Yes.
Art said, was it development or was it a lack of opportunity at tight end or linebacker?
I think we're seeing what the answer is because we're still right now and said individuals aren't here anymore, and we still got questions about certain draft picks in 2024.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you know what I'm saying. The reason why they wasn't coming off because we're still having these conversations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In 2026.
Hey, Tim, I agree with you. DC still made some great points tonight, man. Slim always makes some great points, man.
I do. All right, we didn't talk about this though, and this is going to be the last one before we end it when we end the stream because Newton, what's going on with your arm, man?
I mean, hey, George brought it up earlier. We kind of just kept it moving. He was like, "Hey, we're running to his side." I was like,
it's his job. So is he? I mean, so. We're like, where we at with your arm, man? I ain't gonna lie to you. Where we at with your arm, man? Where we at? Is he? I mean, I'm gonna make it even more. I'm gonna make it more obvious. Like, is he gonna get traded? let me keep it a bean.
So it's that could be a potential. As class of 2024, who was out there a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's a possible, I mean, if you're deep at the position and you can afford to lose him. I mean, they're not. I mean, other than, like I said, other than the one trade for John Ridgeway and B. Rob had very, very good camps, and they got traded. So,
yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
it's going to probably depend on Tim Settle's health, though, right? Like if Settle's really hurt,
that too.
Too. I mean,
I think in like the big boy, the boys. What's his name? Who played well? Was it Turtle or what was his name?
Harbor.
Tuttle.
Yeah, Tuttle looked good. Like, Tuttle
looked good. I said on another show, and they were like, "Please don't say Shot Tuttle." I'm like, "Listen, okay, I'm just here to tell the news and what I saw."
He's number 96. You still got guys like Dietrich Wise and all those guys got to come back too. Because we can't determine those guys going to be ends because of the way that Durante Jones is playing his defense. Guys are moving from the outside to inside.
And I like Coward too. Coward is all right too.
Coward was good too. You just picked Coward up.
He just got hit up.
He just got hit making plays.
He just got hit up making plays. So
that's
guys in trouble. It's going to shake out here the next couple of weeks. Got game 2 this weekend. So.
All right, man.
Mean, it's not looking promising for something.
Hey, Wole, before you go, man, I want to do this. I want to do this, ladies and gents. We wanted to display something real quick. I know we talk about our membership, we talk about something else, but we got something new coming down the pipe for you guys. We always talk about Use Your Clues. Candi Waller has a Use Your Clues T-shirt that's out there. If you want to partake and support the Use Your Clues, the brand new shirt is fire. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. So use your clues. Use your clues and get and help support. So if you want that, go ahead. If you're a member, I'm gonna drop a special link in the members chat so you can get a little bit of a discount on the Use Your Clues T-shirt. But for the rest of you guys here, Use Your Clues links.
Oh, all right, get this. Use Your Clues. I was like, I'm on a shirt. Okay, all right.
You know what I'm saying?
And shout out to my Fox Sports and Urban Sports Scene family for you all support on that one. I'm like, oh, people really saying it? Okay. So it was their idea. And so, God bless y'all. Thank y'all.
Just drop the link right there. So if you want to go grab it,
there you go.
There's a whole collection. So
use your clues instead of reading the clues.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw what you did there, George. That was fire. I saw it. Subliminal. Sorry, stop playing. Oh man, I love it, man. I love it. Hey, appreciate everybody, man. Folks in the chat, you guys are dope, man. Y'all been lit, man. Y'all been lit, man. Appreciate y'all as always, man. Like I always say this, y'all make the show dope, man. Without you all, the show wouldn't be nothing. No other shirts got that. No other shows got that shirt. I know you did that too. Shots fired. So we had a troller earlier. Shots fired. But yeah, appreciate y'all, man. Y'all guys, holding it down. I see y'all standing up. Y'all standing on business for us out here, man. Responding, said to troller. I appreciate y'all, man. I don't really be caring, man. Everybody got their own opinion. It is what it is. That's why they don't. I'll say this for the individual. If you know what I'm saying, if you don't bump with this, go somewhere else. It's cool.
It was like you can click out.
Yeah, ain't no shade over here, bro. That's your cup of tea. That's your cup of tea.
We are Washington fans over here, baby.
Yeah, and so I appreciate. But anyway, I appreciate y'all. Yeah, thank you, Candi, for these shows. Yeah, Candy's dope, man. Like
Thank you. Thank y'all for having me. Thank you all. You all know. A lot of you all are now seeing what it's like being in the business when you are a smaller outlet, right? Yeah. And we still gonna do the work, and we got to work hard or just as hard because we don't have the same following and everything. But because of you all, that following will grow.
Yeah, it's all good. I don't think it's like, and true talk, I don't think that's a shot towards you. I think it was a shot towards us. But it's all good. I don't really be caring. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna come on here and talk about y'all.
It's all good.
What you not gonna do?
Look, it's all good. Like, look, man. Look, I'm glad that you like them shows. Those are great. Those shows are good. They cool folks. I've done like those cool folks too.
Cool
like so I don't like you support that show. Good, bro. Good for you. You know what I'm saying? I like my mob, so I'm good with my mob, bro. Like they pull up consistently and they shoot the breeze, and they communicate with us, so I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I love the folks that we have in our chat, like thoroughly. Truth be told, I'd rather have this than some watered down version of whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like these folks are engaging. They here every week. they support. It's like they got ownership of the show, which I think is dope. Like any like chat that's ownership of a show, that's what makes it dope to me. So I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Hey, shout out! I think y'all. I mean, good for you, my guy, or gal, because you could be a girl. I don't remember sexist.
Hey, Tony, in the regular season, I'm going to try to do some live play shows.
Oh yeah,
some watch alongs.
Oh,
it's
hard
during the preseason.
Thank you.
Hard during the preseason, but during the regular season, we're going to try to get some watch alongs. So we definitely do that, man.
I will be in Detroit. Well, we'll be talking all this week, but I am going to Detroit, you all.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Like y'all know, I don't like Detroit.
Yeah, okay, Paul. Next time I will be wearing. Okay.
All right. Y'all already buying the shirt? Okay.
Come on, people support out here, man. That's what I said. That's why I said look. That's what I said. My mob out here in these chats, man. They supportive. That's what I like about these folks. All right, man. Appreciate it. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Appreciate Candi for doing great work as always. Glen is dope. George is dope. You know what I mean? You guys are amazing. Yay, man. We're going to do this again. I guess we'll just wait till the pregame. Oh, we get news. We'll come. No, actually, no, that's a lie. We'll have Candies out there.
They got pads on Tuesday.
So we'll have a show.
So we'll see you Tuesday.
No pads on Tuesday, Wednesday.
And are you there Monday? Is practice Monday?
I don't.
Nothing Monday for you all.
Well, let me look.
Look, I mean, look.
Monday?
Are you guys? Are you there? Because when you're there, we're here.
No, we don't have practice Monday.
All right, we on here Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yes.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Why are they doing that? Well, joint practice with the Ravens is the Wednesday the 26th.
Okay.
So we got to do a show that night, but we'll probably do a show this week, right? Another one?
No. We're gonna do Tuesday, Wednesday.
Right.
I'm hooping Wednesday though. I hope Wednesday.
I got you Wednesday. I got you.
You already know what I do on Wednesdays. I be hooping. Look, man. I tell you, I'm still may be on. Maybe a little late. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
That's all I'm saying. Maybe a little late.
We support each other around here. We support each other.
Them jumpers.
Oh man, today was a bad day.
I might join you all for the post game. I might be able to join y'all for the post game.
Oh, real?
Because my flight doesn't leave till a little later, so I might can pop on for like a little bit after.
Aren't you ain't doing nothing? You ain't going up because we were on right after the game.
Oh, I gotta go to pressers.
Yeah, I was about to say. If you could still jump on. Yeah, see, we still on. Just see, we still on.
Depending on how things go.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be a lot of media people there though. So maybe the pressers go.
Just jump on, we on. Jump on.
I end up being like the only media person. I swear, it's like not supposed to be.
Oh, for real?
So
okay, yeah. If it's quick, we on for like a good hour and a half typically.
Okay, I'll just message y'all.
Yeah, just message it. Sometimes, depending on how the chat is, we kind of can.
Hey, Paul, we'll reach out to you. Hey, Wole. So when you go Wednesday, right? And the last point I'm gonna say, when you go Wednesday and you shooting, if it doinks off the back of the board and goes in.
Yeah. Oh, I did already. I had a game winner. Like I literally came off a screen. Rose up, hit the game winner, a 3 to win the game, and went back. I told folks it was a fluke, but it was like, you know what? It went in. I was like, you know what I'm saying? I did that, bro. Look, I'm telling you.
Bank.
No, I ain't called bank. It went in, though. We won. See, George, we won. Everybody was happy.
Paul said, "Yell Moody."
Yeah, no. Oh, that's dope. I may be. Oh, I like that one, Paul. I like that one. I like that one a lot.
Somebody say, "How can they get that shirt?"
Hey, can you send that link again?
Yeah, I just dropped the link right there, baby.
Yeah, that's how you get the shirt. All right. So yeah, man, appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. Again, you guys are dope. Anyway, you've been listening to All Burgundy and Gold, everything powered by the Urban Sports Scene and Fox Sports Radio 96.9 FM and 1340 AM. Hopewell, Virginia, 4 ages. Ayeti, deuces, we are out. Peace.